What can we expect from the Jenna Charlton show in 2022?
Can't wait for you guys to see the new show on my channel. I'm actually trying to get into more serious things.
Okay.
You know, you guys are going to see a different side of me.
The only messed up thing is that when I started walking, my dad died. Right? And then that happened, and then it was hectic, and then the words that he said to me would always resonate.
How did the cancer affect your creative self as a musician?
He threw the first lap. For me, it was a shock. Like, it came as a shock, and I don't think I felt the physical pain. It was more emotional because it was shocking that how can somebody that we are in love, we are vibing, why are they hitting me? Somehow he blamed me for the loss of the baby, but at the end of the day, it's like, at the time,
So what type of psoriasis do you have? I have trunk and scalp psoriasis.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you explain to our viewers a little bit about that? Scalp psoriasis is just white patches that develop on your head.
One on my neck by the artery, and 2 by the kidneys, and 1 massive one on the belly. So this was the most extensive one.
So when did you first start seeing changes in your skin?
Cool. I knew you were gonna ask that. Because honestly, I get bored. Right? Sing and stuff. He decided to run the baby. You know, I spent the whole year 2021 and then you've got the voice.
Yeah.
You've got the voice, and you better to sell your baby. You better to sell it.
My fasa differ around my feet. I hated that moment. Hey, it was so intense. Oh, how to laugh. Well, people usually used to say that Uchialabasu and whatnot. Well, I don't know that. But in that moment,
despite my mental health issues, I wouldn't know you, Jen. I wouldn't have had this life. So people were surprised. They were like, wouldn't you want to meet your biological mom? I'm like, hell yeah. But for one reason, to say thank you, fam.
So I think now we should go into where you were diagnosed with ADHD. Did you know what it was the time you were diagnosed? Did you have any idea what ADHD was?
Well, when I was first diagnosed, it wasn't even called that. I was just...
Try to think about this. Kimo, kishwana lo bana ba 40 wa Basotho. Ba batla mo nkhabata. But nna ke batho tshireletsa hore basketball e tsola pele ka ntho ntse ba e etsa because ba senya.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenna Charlton, for those who don't know me, and for my returning subscribers, welcome back and thank you for your love and your support. If you're not subscribed yet, do click on the subscribe button, like this video and share. This is Lives to Tell the Tale. And today our sponsors are Conquer Ginger Beer and Takahari Baby Cabs. We'll put their information down here so that you follow them on their social media platforms. Today I am joined by a diamond and precious stone specialist with over 15 years of experience. He's also a loving dad. Welcome to the show, Dr. Dira.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
And it's diamond and precious stones security specialist.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you there. So I want you to tell us a little bit about you. Who are you? What do you do?
Okay, to Melody, I'm a father, first of all. I was born in Cerebral, I do security, diamond security and precious stones. I did that for over 15 years now. And I also do close protection services. I worked with several dignitaries in the country, but I don't think I cannot go into details.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
So yeah, but that's what I do.
For someone who might be watching and has no idea what close protection is, how can you explain that for them?
Oh, okay. Close protection, but not even the bodyguarding. Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So, what would you say inspired what you do now in life?
Well, I think the part that I left out is I grew up in South Africa as well. I think I left Lesotho when I was about 13 or 14. So I grew up in South Africa. So the violence there, especially violence on women, I saw so much that so especially on women. So but more hands-on on protecting people, especially women. That's when these things started. Yeah.
I can see the child in you still wants to become a flash. Because you wanted to be a soldier.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, with your job, what type of qualities does one need?
Discipline is number one.
Yeah.
Discipline. Discipline in everything. I mean, you've got to be disciplined with time. You've got to be disciplined with your behavior, everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did you go for, like, let's say, training and stuff like that? Take us through your training. The first day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I cannot go into details because we can't share.
Yeah.
We really can't share those. But I did a formal training for about 3 months in South Africa, and about 2 months when I was in my Limpani. I used to work in Limpani. I was a security manager there.
Yeah.
From 2011 until 2017. So I received a formal training for about 2 months. But the physical and the toughest training I did in South Africa. Yeah, where you handle your guns, everything. Yeah.
What's the most fun thing about your job?
Making sure that the person you work for or you protect is safe, and having hear them saying that they feel safe with you. That's what yeah.
Alright. So I did, and you also mentioned that you're a dad. First of all.
I am, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What is it like being a dad?
It's super cool. It's super cool. You know, but you enjoy the ride along the way, because how certain you wanna one that day and especially not more.
Yeah.
And I want to mention this.
Yeah.
And he's a special kid. He's a special kid in this way. He has cerebral palsy.
Okay.
I don't know if you are aware of that.
Yeah.
Cerebral palsy, it's something. It's a chronic condition. It's not a disease.
Yeah.
At birth, either ula limala kashoho kapa ula limala mewa hai ula limala in any way. And then even one hasha ubali shortage of oxygen to his brain, to the brain, then it affects the nerves of the motor. So even too ke yona e etsang gore ngwana ke ha tsebo tsamaya maoto a hae a go kwa thekong ya tlase ba bang it affects them go tloa bo matsogo ha tsebo bua matsogo a jwang a sotile. Yeah, that's cerebral palsy. That's my son. And it makes it special because I'm raising such a child. It makes it even tougher for me. But I enjoy it. Yeah. I love it. I love my son.
I think your son is lucky to have a dad like you.
I think I'm the lucky one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, when I think it's women mostly talking about how being a single mom, I want you to make us understand what it is being a single dad.
On my part, I think it's a blessing. Most fathers yeah. So with our generation, we want to change the whole thing.
Yeah.
And about we say that's a because my father was working in the mines in South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't see him that much until even he passed. So I want to change that. I want my son to know me. I want my son to understand me. I want my son to know everything about manhood. Everything that I was not taught by my father. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what would you say to, let's say, new dads, right, who also are raising kids with special needs? Because, in our society, they really don't take these type of chronic conditions really well. You understand? They say some really mean words and stuff like that. So what would you say to young dads who are raising kids with special needs?
Firstly, we as a nation, we need to do researches. Condition eating, and that's not true. Yeah, in some other cases it can never be made. But let me talk about my son. I thought Linda because I couldn't understand what was happening.
Is this because doctors didn't explain what was wrong with
They
him?
did not, yeah. So I thought but when I started to realize now then someone spoke to me. I think it was a social worker. Yeah, when I came to talk now what's happening with my son. And then I started doing my own researches. Then I started to understand his condition better. Then that's when I understood who I am.
What was something that made you realize that, something is not right with my son?
When I was still working in the mine in planning, my wife was pregnant then.
Yeah.
That was 2014. I received a call. I was in the gym.
Yeah.
Pumping up something. So that call, I think it was about 5 minutes after 6 in the afternoon. I went back to my room, and then between 15 minutes, I was within the ablution, my room and the main gate exiting the mine. And then I drove down to myself. A 4 hours, 30 minutes drive. I took 2 hours there that day.
Yeah, that's when you received the call about your son.
Yeah. Then I went straight to temple.
Yeah.
Then that was when my son was born. So ntho e la etsang hore ke hlokomela hore ka nna ba hona le bothata ke ha bo memo ke ba bankana ho yeah ba ntse ho bona le complications ho la ba le bothata in then Barry he needs to stay there for a few weeks. They wanted him to stay for about 2 or 3 months. And then on the 3rd week, I couldn't take it.
So you didn't see your son until 3 weeks after he was born?
And because I caused havoc.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just went there and I demanded to see my son. They wouldn't allow me, but I would say now let's security. Just like 9 or 10. Then they had to call the general manager. Then the general manager would go back and they said, no, because no one had sent any pictures. So it was not, it was not a beautiful sight.
Wow. So now after 3 weeks, you get to meet your son. How was that feeling for the first time?
The minute I laid my eyes on him, everything seemed inexistent. I became calm. Ineka hasimna yana nza sukudisa na security. Kore. Haneng ha ono ka fihla wa bona motho ana nza sukudisa na security kana go. Then wa bona motho na a bona ngwana motho ha for the first time. No, this is not the same person. It was very calm. It was beautiful. It was calm. It was innocent. It was so tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So later then when you have discovered that something is not right with him, and then he was diagnosed with the condition, what did you understand about the condition at the time?
I didn't know. It was hard. In a way, I grew up not on my time, but my son is a fighter.
I believe just like his dad.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah. But, what's your best thing, or what would you say is the greatest thing about being a dad?
Seeing your seed grow. That's the best thing.
So, when talking about the kind of job you do, and you being a single dad, most people understand that when you're a single dad, you're just there only taking care of your child, and now you have a job that requires your full attention, I must assume. How does that side affect you being a single dad?
Actually, being a single dad inspires me to work even harder. Firstly, like I said, when you work with anything that requires security or anything that involves security, you have to be very disciplined. I want to make sure every day when I get home that no one is killed on my watch, no one is injured on my watch, nothing happens, that nothing bad happens on my watch. Yeah.
So guys, I think we're going to take an ad break and we'll be back after this. So I want you to tell us about a time you almost had a near-death experience because of your job.
Okay. Excuse me. This was back in 2015, I'm sorry. I was still in the mines. The operations ceased in 2013. Everything ceased then, so I had to stay behind. I had to stay in the mines and secure the place until the license renewal.
Yeah.
But it did never happen. It never happened yet. So, Basotho, Bamatin, Banwakela illegally. So they were still in the soil in mining language, which is called Kimberland. So I had to stop that. But the team that I was working with, we had a company that I was running, not running myself, but that I was managing. So I had to curb the thieving and the sieving and everything. So when I went there one day, it was about 35 men inside the yard of the mine. And I had to confront them and thwart what they were doing. But I couldn't.
Why is that?
Because it was so too bad. Like a diamond piece. But I had to thwart the crime. That's my job. That's what I do. That's what I took an oath of doing. So when I approached them in the mines, I had a mine size is a gun-free zone. We don't use guns there. So maybe I will not feel like we need to what that they will have to do this. So like I said, national licenses and everything so that I said that I didn't build that car. So you don't have to do this. I like this one is no, I should do that for us. Then I had to then yeah. So to give us everything.
Did they manage to get inside?
They were already inside.
Oh, they were buried inside.
Yeah,
The 30 men.
30, 35, 40, yeah.
Okay.
They were already inside. And because when you work in security, you have to work hand in hand with the police. So, but they took their time, the police. They came in late. But when they came, that rifle.
So before the police came, these people are still just fighting inside already.
They wanted to attack me.
Okay.
They actually came. Then that's when I saw 8 million. But how they when you're in a position, you have to later, whatever they use later, you don't show your fear. You don't show your fear. Even if like what's happening, you don't show it. You have to show force. you have to show authority. How change. Try to think about this. Kimo, kishawana le bana ba 40 ba Basotho. Ba batlang mo nkhabata. But nna di batho sireletsa go basketball it's tsola pele ya tshwanetse ba etsa because ba se because sebaka sena se ba etsa ntona ka ga sona. Se pataletswe ke batho.
So tell us about when police arrived and scene. Anything happened?
Yeah, I had the rifles. Ke hona mo courage ya ka ila ba boosted. But nesentse ke le sharp. Not gore nesentse ke le sharp, but ntwa gore nesentse ke na le plaka ya gore sebedi plaka.
Yeah.
Ya gore ke ya go bona gore na ba mpolaya bona ba etsa. But ne ke bona mahlo a bona gore batho ba na hlile. Ba tlo nna hlo. Then hama ponisa fihla. Se kutlwa sentse batho. Ke ba tsona ba checha. Ba bali. Then ga gona o tshwara ke gola we arrested about 8 or 9 of them. Then we took them to court and everything.
Oh my goodness. So for you, what did that experience, like how was that experience for you? Because you were in a situation where these men were gonna probably kill you. After that, you still wanted to do this job anyway, because your son was born already. You said it was 2015.
Yeah, 2015.
Yeah, after that incident where you're like, I might die, you still want to continue this job?
Yes.
What was the reason why?
When you're a parent, you do anything to put food in the table for your children. Yeah. I will also tell you that if it hasn't been like that or what happens to you. It's either your soul or your baby's soul.
Yeah.
So you have to choose your child's soul.
Yeah. Alright. Wow, what an episode. Thank you, Dada Dira, for coming to the show. And thank you guys also for watching. And thank you also to our sponsors, Concord Ginger Beer and Takahari Federic Caps. See you next time.